We're live.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yes.
Good
Yeah.
Morning.
morning. Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Mellish. Good morning, Enid. The new paper clips are here.
Okay. I'm
Not
gonna
funny.
give a piece of advice to the 30 people that are here so far. One of the best things I did because I have auctions and I mail records and stuff was buying a thermal label printer. Well, I had one specific situation where the person I sent a package to, me and him did detective work, and I go to a post office where I can put all the packages through a slot. So they have them. When they leave my hand, the post office has them. But somehow between my post office and this person, someone peeled the label off my package. Peeled it. It wasn't like it came off and put it on a bagged clothing package. And that was weird. So they're sticky labels. You'd think they'd rip when you peel them off. So now I tape over them. So no one can get this fucking label off the package to play some nonsense games.
Wow.
That's my tip.
And
Put
I
the
have
sticky
a
label down and
whatnot auction at 4:30 tomorrow Pacific time.
Yeah, that was giving Mazzy an opportunity to promote his.
It's basically a collaboration. I'm helping Kimbo sell some titles this time, and I haven't even uploaded the images. So if you subscribe to the Kimbo, excuse me, the whatnot, I'm just waking up here. There will be the titles will be uploaded by later today, and I'll do probably a flip through, hopefully by the end of the day. Hopefully,
well,
not,
here's what I used to do. I used to print on a piece of paper and cut them out and tape them down, the labels. But these thermal printers are freaking awesome. Because I'd had 31 people pick up records in the auction. 31. And some of them I'm holding because they just didn't get enough records to make it worth shipping. I'll do that for people. But I did
release the record files.
I did like 27 packages. It takes me about 5 minutes to pack up a record and slap a label on it. It doesn't take that long.
Yeah, I tape over I print them out because I get the PDF. You download the PDF from whatnot.
Yeah, but are you using a standard printer or
standard printer? It's just on paper, 8.5 by 11 paper. I fold it in half. I don't cut it. It's easier to fold it in half.
These things, I highly recommend. These are not expensive. The labels are not expensive. It'll make it so much easier. This brand is pretty good. I'm gonna tell you something. I've bought like 6 things off the TikTok shop on TikTok, and it's been a good experience with each product I bought. So
we'll give you a cookie.
I got this. I didn't buy cookies.
Okay. So I got a few Record Store Day preview records yesterday, which I haven't listened to any of this. And I did get the 4 vinyl file records in, and I only listened to one of them. And I pulled my original. I listened to the band's. This is their last great record. This is the year before The Last Waltz, 1975. I think the songs are great. So I haven't listened to my album since I have my new rig, and I haven't listened to it probably in maybe 6-7 years. My original. I have a very first pressing, and I listened to it, and it sounded really thin and not like great at all. My original. Then I put this on. It sounded a little better, but not a lot better. So,
well, then does that mean it's just not a good read?
It could be, and I want to do it again. I haven't listened to the other 3. It might be a terrible mix, and maybe I don't know what this.
Well,
I don't know this.
Show the other records.
The other records I haven't.
I don't remember off the top of my head. Is that a good sounding record anyway?
Did you hear what I just fucking said, Rob?
No, that I
haven't
one.
Listened to it. This is not an audio file.
No, hold on, Mazzy. Matt, I'm going to help Mazzy. He's getting angry. Mazzy, you own an original
Fuck you.
copy. You own an original copy of that, right?
Yeah. I
Is
own.
that
What do they call it?
Let me rephrase. I'm sorry, I didn't ask the question correctly. Is that known to be a good sounding record?
It's not in terms of autophilia, but it's a great record. We know.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, yeah.
Hey,
okay.
Rob.
Yeah.
Mazzy seems to sundown around this time of the morning. So
He actually, Mazzy has what we call sun up disease.
I have a 1972, so it's not the 60. What does it come out? 67. It came out. I have a 72 perfect shape stereo. Now
Already,
the Sundays is mono. This is stereo. So I will
how's
be
the
comparing.
Sunday sound compared to?
The Sundays sound good, but the Sunday's mono. I
And
kind of like.
it's digital, right?
Yes, and it sounds really good. I mean, it sounds good for what the record is. I was a little concerned about this because I forgot this isn't a good mix originally, and it's not a great sounding record, but the songs are great. So I think what needs to happen with this record, and I mean, this sounds better than the original. This sounds better than the original, but it's not a great sounding record. Even this version, it's okay.
Now, Mazzy.
I think it might need to be remixed, not just,
Well, now, Mazzy, here's a deal. Where they're all dead, who controls the fate of the band? Now,
I don't peel these. It is peelable.
Is that a peelable one?
Yes.
Now, here's a question, Mazzy. You just showed two records that you deem their original aren't the best sounding records. Why did they pick those records then?
Well, okay. I actually do like the idea of trying to make any record the best possible it can sound. I think audiophile is the wrong word you should use for these. I'm not just blaming this.
And by the way, it's a bad name.
Okay, that's fine.
Choose
and I'm
the wrong name for
the covers are just normal board. I mean, they're heavier. They're not like glossy like Rhinos or like Tone Poets at all. They kind of emulate the original, and I don't think they really need gatefolds unless the original was a gatefold like this. This was a gatefold.
Hold on one second. With the tone, this whole nonsense has been started by the Tone Poets, and the Tone Poets.
It started by Music Matters Jazz. Yes.
Yes, and they found pictures. Just so happened the guy who owned the record company was a really good photographer.
Pictures from that session, but you don't need to make a gatefold when there's no gatefold, in my opinion.
So far, they picked two albums that should not have been made audiophile records.
Now
that is, I have a
every version of this I've heard is really good sounding. I have a 70s American. Yeah. I do have the UHQR of this, so I will be comparing. This potentially can be a good sounding record, and what's great about what potentially could be good about this, if you don't have an original, I would probably go for this, definitely over UHQR, which actually the UHQR, the 33, you can't get anymore. It's expensive.
I hate to interrupt you, but that logo, as you hold it, it really kind of comes off as a erectile dysfunction, the name of erectile dysfunction medicine.
Well, it's like the Byrds didn't know how to spell their name. People who want to be hip stick a Y on their name.
Take 2 pills a day and you'll have a boner.
This is the Gomer pile. Okay, we call it the Gomer pile. The Gomer pile.
I'm waiting for my ED.
And then, now this, I haven't listened to any of these yet. This, I love this record. I have probably a 70s pressing of this. So it'll be interesting.
And the green, I will say this. I've had several different versions of that record. It's a really well-recorded record.
Yeah, it's definitely, the house, Capitol Records is the house that Nat built.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
No.
Did you have a Christmas tree growing up, Mazzy?
Some of the time, yes, because my father was Russian Orthodox, converted to Judaism, but his family, Russian Orthodox, obviously had
Just Russian. Simply yes or no.
Yes, yes. Not every year, but yes.
Rob, did you have a Christmas tree growing up?
Yes, because my stepfather is not Jewish.
Okay, I never had a Christmas tree.
My mother loved Christmas trees.
I never had a Christmas tree until I hooked up with my first Shiksa So it was like,
you don't need to make me. Anyway,
right,
it'll be interesting.
I thought you had more records.
I do, but I didn't want to. Okay, you want to see more?
I have a ton of records, so but
Okay, then
I'm
I'm gonna
on
go.
a roll with my critique.
Okay,
of
here's
this.
one I bought. I bought this record with my own allowance, and because people know that I love this band.
Well, question, Mazzy, did you buy other records with other people's allowance?
I do sometimes. This is last record album. Rhino has been putting out this expanded series. They're not hi-fis. They're not anything else. They're about 30. What are they? $30 to $40.
And they're not the reserves.
No,
And
but they're
not
two.
necessary. I mean,
they're two records, and the second disc is
Really?
alternate outtake versions and stuff, which is excellent. But the great thing is the original LP at a normal price really is all analog, cut by Bernie Grundman, poly sleeves. This is like one of the best deals. They've been doing all the Little Feat records, or most of them. They haven't done the first one, I don't think. And these are great. And I have originals, and in most cases, these cuts sound.
Is that now?
richer.
What's the deal? I don't know that album. What's the deal with that album?
Well, it's just another one of the great
It's
records.
not Lowell George on
Lowell
it.
George is still, yeah. After Lowell George, I didn't follow him as much, but all that you dream is a great.
Was that released after he died or no?
No, this is like 1975. 1975.
Okay.
He died in 79, I think. Excellent record. It's not the last record album, but this is called the last record album. Neon Parks did all these covers. This is an amazing, wonderful record. So there you go. Love that. I bought this, and it's excellent. If you have a clean original, you probably don't need it. This is probably a little fuller, a little richer, because they go for the tapes a little more bottom. Very dynamic, but the original is good too. So the Warner Brothers from 75 is great. So I go for these partly because of the extra disc on these. Now these are some promos I got from Sony, and these are they do the torso on the back of the Velvet. Oh, that's a good question. I haven't even noticed. It looks like it. Can you see that? Yeah. Isn't that the torso? Is that what you're talking about?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. I haven't looked at I literally yesterday I got the biggest pile of records than I ever got, which is kind of nice.
And I
nice for you, Mazzy. Merry Christmas.
I stress that all of you should have a sympathetic feeling towards Mazzy for all the records he gets.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel such a burden.
Now,
I got a few records.
Well, let Mazzy finish, shall we?
I'll go through them pretty fast. This is cool. This is a cool set, and I'm a big fan.
To it yet?
I haven't listened to any of these. I got yesterday. Okay, this is Prince 7 inches from Around the World in a Day, the 7-inch singles box. This will be available for Record Store Day, and this has how many singles are there? 1, 2, 3, 4 singles, 4 or 5 singles, and they're all tracks and B-sides from Around the World Today. Probably his most psychedelic album. I love the original album. Was it 77 or 70? No, 76, 77, 78.
It's like 80.
Oh, 80. No, I'm sorry. Right. It's 84, I think. 85.
No,
84.
you sure?
No.
It's after Purple Rain.
Yeah, someone look it up and tell me. I can't remember right now. Mastered by Bernie Grundman, 45s. Let's open the box while we're doing it.
Why don't you listen to it?
I'm going to listen to everything. I listen to everything. I do. But literally
85.
By the way, your friend
85.
Thank you. Your friend will like that. I have a video coming up right after the show that does include 2 Frank Sinatra releases, but it opens up with Nina Simone on Omnivore. So I feature the Omnivore. So I'll let Brad know. 5 singles.
Are
What?
But were they released as before?
Yeah, I have a couple of these on 12-inch.
12-inch. They love.
I don't know if they were also obviously 7-inch singles too. So 3, 4, 5. If John Digital Gramophone, are you?
I've seen that. I've seen that 12-inch.
John 6-inch.
I've seen that 12-inch before.
John 6-inch will know. Let's look at the. They come in a paper sleeve, also. which is fine for a 45, and they're color vinyl. So this is a cool thing for Prince. Like, I'm glad I got this because I probably wouldn't have picked it out because I'm not buying a lot of 45s, but I love Prince. So anyway, they're all different colors. I'm not gonna.
I've seen that 12-inch before.
America. I have the 12-inch of this, I think.
Yeah.
And Girl. So that is
yeah, this is a record. This is Record Store Day.
Record Store Day. This is available Record Store Day. Excellent. I don't know how much these sell for.
I would guess that's probably like $60. I'm gonna guess
60 to 75 would be my guess, but I don't know. Now this is one I really wanted. And I haven't listened to these yet. And this was on my list to buy. This is Bob Dylan's Freewheeling.
Brad has issued that I need to get that for him.
Yeah, this is the original intended track list. There's like 4 different songs on here, and I forgot which songs on here. Yeah, I don't remember right now. Let's see. It says, as it was originally conceived, includes 4 tracks that were withdrawn before the album came out. Rocks and Gravel, Let Me Die in My Footsteps, Ramblin' Gamble Willie, Talkin' John Birch, Paranoid Blues, with liner notes inside. These are on the box set that came out, the big box set, but it's great they did it as a standalone Record Store Day. So yeah, I need to go out. There's a couple things I still really want to get. The Love Box is one of them.
Yeah, I'm thinking about the Love Box too.
This is one I wanted to get, despite what people will think. And it's great that, and this is only volume 1. Okay. This is Metal Machine Music, volume 1.
Oh, that's the hated Lou Reed record, right?
Last time the Lou Reed record, Metal Machine Music, came out with a different cover. This is not that. This is the collection of extreme sonics inspired by Lou Reed, with Aaron Dillaway, Drew McDowell, Thurston Moore, obviously from Sonic Youth, Pharmacon, the Rita, and Mark Solitoff. And
so this is noise inspired by that.
Well,
noise.
If you know Sonic Youth, I mean, they do noise, and they do with a pop sheen to it. I mean, they try to make it slightly commercial, which they don't succeed, which is great. So this is a cool, potentially a cool comp.
I like University of Vinyl's comment.
What is it? Ridiculous. Oh, go buy another REM record, okay? By the way, that live stream was excellent last night.
Yeah, it was good.
And that, by the way, we should announce that. The REM One Step, which is a slipcase, only 3,000 copies, with Chronic Town, the EP, and Murmur, the first album, are in a slipcase, $125, goes on sale tomorrow, Wednesday, 10 a.m. Pacific. The funny quotes that I suggested they put on the hype sticker, Mitch Easter, who actually produced the EP and co-produced the album, he listened to the One Step and he said, and Grover and Westman said, well, how does it compare to the original? This is a One Step. And he says, pretty much they sound the same. I thought that was the greatest.
Who said that?
Mitch Easter, who produced the original. Mitch Easter had a band called Let's Active.
Let's Active.
I thought that was the greatest. You kind of saw, they weren't squeamish.
I mean, I'll have to say, I've been collecting all the IRS REM records. They are good sounding records.
Oh, they are good. They're good.
Yeah.
But I thought it was so good. The 2 guys who worked on the album, who produced the album, really didn't give a flying fuck about One Steps and $125 records.
They're literally from the era of not giving a fuck.
Yeah, and they say, I just have a basic turntable. I don't like. Even Mitch Easter rolled his eyes when people are into vinyl.
Here's the funny thing about the stream last night. And Mitch Easter and I love Don Dixon. In fact, if you don't know this, Don Dixon was in a movie. He starred in a movie called Camp. Go watch it. It's from the early 2000s. It's an awesome movie, and he's really good in it. For a guy who's never acted before. But the way Mitch Easter described the studio he made in his parents' house is so not audiophile.
I
It's so
wanted
funny.
Well, Tim, he praised it. He seemed to get prodded to praise it finally. He did praise it, but he says, I just got a basic
The dude was
turntable.
drinking some whiskey or something.
I find that a lot of times when you interview, I don't want to say legacy producers and artists, they kind of scoff at this audiophilia obsession a little bit. I mean, you listen to Stephen Wilson and Alan Parsons talk about all these people in vinyl, they kind of like laugh. I mean, obviously they have a vinyl collection.
Here's a better way to look at it. That Grover dude, it's his job.
Yeah.
His job is to make these one steps for Warner's.
Right.
That's his job.
Yeah.
And he's picking the records. He's doing his job. But
and
are these? But,
I will
but are
say,
these,
I'm going to order one. I love
if
those
Chad,
albums.
listen, if Chad was given the opportunity to do it, do you think Chad would do audiophile versions of these records?
Of course.
You think so?
Well, if he got the chance, he knows. I mean, he's smart enough to know about REM, and he probably likes REM. I want to show this. This has nothing to do with exactly records, but the second time I saw REM, I just know now because it's June 24th, 1984 at the Warfield in San Francisco. And my friend from the label, one of the labels there was a little like reception on the balcony there, and the band was there. So I had my ticket stub. By the way, the tickets to that show were $13.50 to see REM at the Warfield. And I got my friend Brooks couldn't make it, so I got Michael Stipe to autograph the ticket stub. And he wrote, Brooks, hey, and you couldn't understand his writing. So that's the ticket.
Well, sort of like his singing.
Exactly, like his vocals on the first thing. So I saw him the year before at 83 was the first time I saw REM, then 84, and then twice in 84.
Here's something, REM's first big supporting tour is they opened up for the Police on the Synchronicity tour, and they were booed. The crowd booed REM.
Dada
opened up.
I saw the crowd boo Prince.
Dada opened up for Sting on the tour. And this is the last one I'm going to show. This is another Records Today exclusive red vinyl. This is DBPM 15. This is 12 Rarity highlights 15 years of music on DBPM Records. Includes recordings by Wilco, Jeff Tweedy, and Daniel Johnson. So if you know Daniel Johnson,
yes.
Great stuff. I mean, challenged but innocent and beautiful music David Johnson has created in illustrations. He got even more famous when I forgot.
They made the documentary about him.
Well, yeah, but also when Kurt Cobain wore the illustration, the T-shirt, a Daniel Johnson T-shirt. So that's my stuff.
Okay, good job. Now Jim has left and discussed.
Yeah, I have to change the battery in my
hearing aid.
I think Ed Topo wants to defund the police.
Is that a penis pump?
It's a digital multimeter.
Okay.
You can jab yourself with it, I guess.
All right. You have records you want to show.
And
is it true after the stream you're going to go drive an Uber?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So we all know that I'm a big fan of Rosalia.
No, we don't know that.
Okay. I've showed her records before. Where is
anyway,
you showing records went so much. Mine is autographed by Donald Trump.
Jeez whiz.
So Rosalia,
are you just a fan of her because of her covers?
No.
What do you think you are, Kimbo?
She's an incredible singer.
Yes.
I've got another record of hers that's like folk songs. I think it was Jose who gave me shit about her because she's from Spain and she's trying to take over Mexican culture. I don't know, but Anyway, her new record, she just came out with a brand new one, is called Lux. This is it. And it's really nice. It's kind of, the cover's got some texture to it. There's, I don't know.
So the cover's better than the record.
No.
Okay.
I hear that's a good record.
It's fucking incredible. The best record of the year.
A friend of mine who's moving from Seattle, she bought a copy of that, 2 copies of that for my friend Coffee Julie and me. I haven't gotten them yet, but she sent a text.
You're gonna love it. It's very different from
her favorite record of the year.
This is my favorite record of the year. It's very different from her other records. It's not nearly as poppy. It's actually kind of a rock. It's like an opera in 4 parts, and a lot of she samples Patti Smith a little bit. It's fucking incredible. It sounds great. It really does. I'm impressed with this record big time. So go out and get it. Also, but it is, it has the London Symphony Orchestra on it and shit like that. Also, I have been playing with a new amplifier. I'm going to show you.
Gear time.
This thing was Steve Huff from Hi-Fi Huff. He did a video on it. It's the what's it called? The Oi Lily from China, and it's a 300B amplifier that here it is. How come I can't do this shit? Anyway, 300B, got nice little V.
Oh, good. Now he doesn't know that we can't hear him. We can't hear you, dude. You pulled the microphone out. Huh?
Huh.
Now we hear you.
Oh, that's weird. Anyway, it's called Oi Lily. It's from China. It was 1,000.
How did you order it?
I ordered it through Amazon. OILILY.
What's the price tag on that?
$1,100. I think I paid I was worried about tariffs. I think tariff were like $35. No big deal. It was supposed to be here in December. I got it on last Friday. And
now
it sounded like shit. It sounded like shit for the first few days. It really did. But it broke in, and it sounds really good now.
Now, the tubes that come with it are what kind of tubes?
They're the class is 300B, and these are you can spend $1,200 just on 2 300B tubes. So these are shit tubes, but they still sound pretty good.
Are you planning on putting better tubes in it?
I'm thinking about, I am. I'm thinking about spending about $300 on some
so everyone
tubes.
Understands, Jim is never ever satisfied with his setup. He's always changing it. He'll tell you.
I'm interested in the different sound
my setup. I tweaked my system perfectly. It is perfect, but it's never perfect.
There are people that are in search or like to keep changing. They like the variety.
I have.
That's why you went.
Amplifiers.
That's why you had 4 wives. The same thing,
that's
right?
Right. So anyway, it's a 300B amp. I have it. You usually need very efficient speakers. It's 8 watts. 8 watts. That's it. My other single-ended triode low whatever amp is a EL34s, and it's 6 watts. And I have to tell you that there's a difference. Those 2 extra watts have a little more control. I'm using it with Legacy Classic speakers, which are 92 dB efficient. Not that efficient for 8 watts. And it's okay. It's not loud, but it seems loud. In other words, when it's playing at like 80 dB, it sounds like it's louder than that. Very detailed, very quiet. No problems with this amp. Super cheap for what it is. So I just wanted to put that out there.
Bobby Gast, I hope you don't have a cell phone.
No, I think Bobby Gast doesn't understand that a lot of the stuff we have to buy is from
exactly. I understand what he's saying, but I mean, come on. I mean,
it's really nice amplifier.
I mean,
1100.
Jim, I have that Prima Luna. Where is that made?
That's made in China.
Yeah. So there you go.
No, China.
China. Hey,
All right,
why
so
are do you know what Tim Cook said about Apple phones being made in China? The reason they're made in China is because those fuckers are so good at it.
Did he
That's why.
literally say that?
He said they do a really good job, but the way he said it, I knew he meant.
Yeah, but now they're made in India, right?
No,
Well,
they're
only
both
because
parts.
some of them they're slowly moving.
They're
I think they're hedging their
assembled.
bets.
They're assembled in India.
Yeah, they're hedging their
Anyway.
bets eventually.
I just thought that was interesting when he said that. But I know people don't like chi-fi or whatever. Sometimes I am proud of the fact that my really cool shit is all made in the United States. But that thing worked, and it doesn't seem like it's going to fall apart. And I don't think it's good looking. Some people do. But I wonder what would happen.
Can you cook hot dogs with that thing?
I've been, unfortunately, because I don't have it on right now because of this stupid show. It warms the whole RCN World Headquarters.
Yeah.
You can't use it. It's not a summertime amp for me.
I've heard some great tube systems, and for me, I can't be fussy with tubes. I just don't want that extra little. I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you this as someone who's not an equipment guy, that tube amp is awesome.
Yeah, no, I know they are, and I don't doubt it. Just not for me. They're not right for me. Yeah,
I can understand not wanting tubes, and it fits right in with not wanting to bother. It fits in with not wanting to bother with 45.
But you're
RPM.
like most people, Mazzy. It's about the music, stupid.
It is. But I want a good sounding rig. I mean, I actually don't switch out gear very often. In the last 2 years, I did get the amp and the speakers. And then 3 years ago, I got a demo table. But actually, all three of those pieces were demos or used. So I got them, roughly half. The turntable got less than half. The speakers maybe 40% off list. The amp maybe 25% off list, 20% off list. So used gear is a great deal for getting better gear for the price you want to pay.
My main system is right now is a 60-year-old Harman Kardon amp and a 60-year-old Harman Kardon preamp that I probably have about $1,500, $2,000 in both pieces. And to replace that shit would cost me to get something that sounds that good would cost $20,000.
Yeah.
There's no way I could. I have a Galleon solid state that I like a lot. Dan B. I have the 75 watt solid state.
Hey, I picked up a bunch of records. I'll show some records. I have a whole stack here.
It's your show. You can do whatever you want. So
sometimes it doesn't feel that way. If you don't have this record, you should get this record. This Robin Kenyatta, Girl from Martinique. It's on ECM. I found a OG German pressing. Sounds excellent. I have a US here somewhere. I'll throw it in my auction box. But this is a kick-ass record. Really good. Okay. If you haven't this has Joseph Bonner, but it's Joe Bonner's a jazz pianist. He's really good. And if you ever see a Teresa record, you should pick it up because these are getting more harder to find. And this is a really good record. There's Joe Bonner, good jazz pianist. And this is a good record. I went to Amoeba, had their 35th anniversary on Saturday. They gave out bags of tchotchkes and raffles and stuff, but they put out a bunch of good stuff. So some of the stuff's from there. Give me a second here.
Were you able to charge your car while you were at Amoeba?
Well, you know what? Here, okay. They have electric chargers at the building that they're in. They rent their space, but the building management has chargers there. Well, up until recently, I would plug my car in and charge for free. I guess they figured that out now, so you can't charge for free.
Oh, the other thing was,
hold on, I'm still talking and showing records. Jeez.
But you could still pay to charge, or we pay?
No, you pay. Listen, it's less than gas.
Yeah, no, I'm not criticizing it.
I'm criticizing Amoeba because
Is
they don't
that
have
is that an import?
Okay, this is an Australian pressing I found.
Okay. It didn't look American.
Well, I don't know. Well, I have a UK copy of this already, but I don't know anything about. Does anyone know anything about Australian presses, especially like in the 80s?
Yeah, they're really good on the down under part.
And there was some kangaroo, hey, Barbie.
Hey, do you know this one? Do either of you two old folks know this band?
Oh, Fever Tree, the
Fever
San
Tree?
Francisco Girls.
Hey,
Yeah, it was one that I was never.
That was a big hit. That one.
It's a B record. It's a B
yeah,
record.
what's up with Michael? Why did he go? Just credit me as Michael.
Wait, isn't San Francisco Girls on that album? I have that album.
Yeah, San Francisco Girls, Return of the
That's a
Native.
great psychedelic pop song. The rest of the album's okay, but that song is great on Uni, which is Universal.
This is a Monarch pressing.
Yeah, it's not expensive, but it's a good record. It's
Talk
worth having
about
for that
REM.
one song. Play that one song.
All right.
And then never play it again, or play it over and over. Or
I'm probably gonna sell it, so it goes for some good money.
Does it? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So I know this album. This was sort of when REM was at the height of their popularity. I think these were just like some like B-sides and stuff.
Yeah.
But again, as me and Tim talk a lot of these were on translucent vinyl. So this is on translucent.
Is that Tim? Remind me. Isn't that when they were going to Warner Brothers, and so they put a bunch of singles out, or is that before that? I can't remember what year was that. 80s.
Well, I remember this came out as 87.
Yeah, 87. I forgot what year did they go to Warner Brothers? Was that later?
It might have been after this.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you guys know about this record?
No.
It was announced as a tone poet. It's coming out as a tone poet.
I've never seen that in my entire life.
Okay. Live at Montreux.
I don't trust any jazz artists with Italian surnames.
Well, this is that guy who suffered. He was dwarf, but he had that brittle bone disease.
Oh, I have a friend who has that. I know someone who has that.
Okay, I thought you might have that, but this is coming out as a tone poet. So I found an original pressing of it. This is not a hard record to pick up, and it's usually pretty cheap.
It's a good record.
Yeah, but this is a Japanese pressing of it, and they do a couple John Coltrane, but they do a love.
You and I should start dressing in all white, Rob.
I think you could.
I want to transfer all this bullshit I'm getting now. I feel the pressure of everyone like mocking my San Francisco and Raikuda shit. Can you transfer to Tim now? Every time he says Steely Dan or REM, we do shots. Okay. I think.
Will you leave? Hold on. Will you leave Tim alone?
I love Tim, but I mean, we all have our.
Hey, you know what? Tim does not publicly bash anybody. Privately, you can't shut him up.
Whoa! Is that true? Our Santana and what's his name, Scientologists?
No, they're Buddhists.
No.
They're Buddhists.
Well, no,
yeah, I thought there was something else. I thought they were,
It's not.
What was the Mazzy? I have a San Francisco question.
They actually follow
Maher Bab.
They do the
who was the?
They did the
Who was the San Francisco guru from India? He was like in his 80s, 90s, and he was their leader. But then it came out.
Bullshit guy, Reverend Moon.
No. This was like a guy from India, and he was banging all the little girls. What was that guy?
This is
Donald Trump.
Actually, technically,
no. Back in
the story Jim tells is his number 11. He's branched out of the 10.
You know the guy who did the Whole Earth catalog?
Oh, well, that's Richard. That's not a Indian guy. The Whole Earth catalog was not Richard Branson. That's the Virgin guy. But...
Yeah, no, it was that guy. Sri Chinmoy or one of these kind of guys. I don't know. There was a San Francisco.
Guys, we're letting me show my records. Okay, you talk. Right. You can text each other.
Marababa,
Right.
but that's who.
Yeah,
Pete
Chick is a
Townsend-
was a
Pete
Scientologist.
Townsend was into him too.
All right. Again, hush. This is a good record. Got Hal Garper, who passed away recently.
I think they got a Jewish drummer in that band.
Maybe. Found a OG, really good OG Pablos.
Duke
That,
Ellington,
Chad
the
reissued
man,
this one.
one of the men, great leader, great composer, great piano player, great writer.
Who?
Ellington.
Oh. I sold one of these in the auction. If you ever see this record, you pick it up. This is not a twofer. This is a reissue of, I think, Hugh Masekela's debatable best album. It's like,
Those are the ABC records, right? ABC. Those,
yeah.
I used to sell those.
Yeah, this kicks ass.
Any of those twofers are excellent. I mean, they're
but this is technically not a twofer.
right. But a lot of those came out as reissues with that same
It's
artwork.
like where the heart is. It's like a reissue of it, which is a double album. And this album kicks ass. You ever see it, you grab it, because the original, this one goes for like $30, I think. But the original is much more expensive. So this is a good way to get this record. I've never seen this before. This was put out. It's called John Coltrane Outtake.
It's called recording tape. They use that to make records.
Yeah, this is a shape of an album, Mazzy.
Oh.
But these were, I think, originally part of maybe from 1995. There might have been a CD collection. So these are the outtakes on here.
It's interesting that they're showing a tape box, and most likely it's a digital.
Well, maybe, but I have like the Bernie Grumman reissue of Giant Steps that has a cover, like the tape box cover. But look how many versions there are of like Sunny on there.
Stops and starts.
I've never seen that before. Here's a good one. This is Freddie Hubbard, A Little Night Music, which there's a couple of albums. Where do you think this was recorded, Mazzy?
New York.
Man, you fail so much. I thought any opportunity to mention fucking San Francisco, you would take it.
Well, let me see. Let me see closer. Well, come on. I mean, that could be any city from that picture.
Well, apparently you don't know San Francisco like you think.
Probably not.
This was recorded.
I can't make out the building in the background.
This is Keystone Corner. It's a live recording.
That's okay. Green Street then.
Bobby Hutcherson and
what year was that? 76?
81.
Oh.
If you ever see this record, I found this at a thrift store once for $5. This at the time it went for more money. I think the prices come down. This Jane Cortez, do you know who she was, Mazzy?
I do not. She was
a poet, but she was married to Ornette Coleman.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And that's their son. The 10-year-old who played on the one album that no one likes. But this album is a desirable album. Yeah. I found another OG copy of this. If you don't, I know Chad reissued this as a 45, but this is a kick-ass record. And in fact, this was the result of this record was the group was recording an album with a female singer. I don't remember her name. And during the lunch break, they recorded this album. And this album kicks ass. And on here, there's Emily Remler guests on this album. It really is one of the talk about consistently audiophile style recordings. And Chad, when Chad came to LA to do his listening party tour, he says that they're going to be doing like a Concord series of these records.
God, he's going to need a lot more presses with all the records he's pressing.
I don't know, but consistently, Cheap Heat, this one goes for money, but most of the Concords do not, and they are excellent sounding records. They're like audiophile sounding. So this is good. Okay, a few more. Here's a two for Mazzy. Neither of these two people care unless I let them talk about the nonsense they were talking about. This is there was a time where these Prestige twofers that Van Gelder remastered them. This is one of them. So cheap heat to get Van Gelder mastered, and this twofer is training in, and then Soul Train.
Very
That's what's on
nice.
this one.
Very nice.
Does anyone know this? Hey, honestly, anyone here? Is there a VC person who's strictly reggae?
Well, not strictly,
Reggae,
but
not
John
reggae.
6-inch is knows a lot about reggae in Birmingham.
Okay.
I don't know, not strictly, but he knows a lot about reggae.
I think this is reggae. This is like a private press promo record. Solidarity. Does anyone ever heard of this? This guy.
You could listen to it and find out.
Well, I just picked all these up. I haven't listened to all of them. This
Okay.
has that's the artist, I believe. There's like a private press promo copy of this. That's a cool label.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone's heard of that one.
Who is he? David, when you write something, don't just say he likes reggae.
And we
Who
have a
the
new
fuck
rule.
likes reggae?
We have a new rule here. Okay? And it's for the chat. We can't go look at the history of you chatting stuff. If you're you have to put all your comments in context. Okay? Like here's one. He never heard of it. I guess
it's never heard of what?
Yeah.
No, what type of a word is it? That's like there's a
this sounds like you're hold on. This sounds like you're referring to a dog. He likes reggae. Okay?
It.
Okay, here's a good one, I think. Disco Devil Alex. He hangs out with Patrick a lot. He likes but you didn't say he likes reggae. And what does Rachel? Rachel does what? What does she do?
Rachel does talk
Cause
shit.
Trouble for everybody?
Rachel does believe in fake news.
I know what this means.
If she was an American, she'd her passport would have to say male starting today.
Well, okay, so let me help you out, college professor guy. You say panelists have to keep up reading the intelligent things the peanut gallery types or the type of person they are.
Unfortunately, we haven't seen that yet.
That's funny, Tim.
Okay.
Tim is funny.
I only thought that Ron Carter and Jim Hall did 2 records together. I found this telephone record again on the Concorde.
Record collection. But recently,
yeah, we don't need to hear. Mazzy is so bored. He's watching the.
I want to show something in a minute. Oh wait.
Okay, here's a good one. I found this Enja, Father Time.
I've heard that. That's good.
Yeah. Probably Dave Liebman, the hairiest, even though he's bald, the hairiest guy in jazz. Like he has a carpet, a shag.
Well, that's
carpet
what happens when you start to lose your hair. Hair grows places where it shouldn't grow.
Dude, you're preaching to the choir.
Yeah.
And then here, this is currently, there was a reissue that came out in 2023 of this record. That's what this is that you can currently get. Highly recommend getting it.
Charlie Hayden, yeah.
Jerry Allen, Charlie Hayden, and Paul Motion. This is an excellent record. This company who reissued it, Winter in Winter, really good reissue. Sounds excellent. And very ECM type of jazz. It's good. All right. Enough ridicule.
I just want to, I'm not going to play this whole clip, but I want you to see this because one of my favorite things to listen to is Bill Nye.
Get my stream taken down.
You know, the British actor Bill Nye. Great sense of humor, very dry. Has a podcast where people send in questions and he just makes shit up. I mean, he talks about, but he's very nonchalant. He's very non-committal. He's very improvisational. But I thought this question is appropriate for this stream. I'm not going to play the whole answer because it goes on for about 3 minutes, but listen to this.
Hello, Bill. I have a huge record collection, but recently I discovered the concept of hot stampers, which are old records that sound really, really good and show you that 99% of the records in your collection actually sound like shit. The problem is these hot stampers are insanely expensive. Shall I sell off the bulk of my collection and just replace with a few hot stampers?
Blair, that's a good question. I like this question, and I think I can help. The answer is yes. You should sell a substantial part of your collection in order to finance the hot stamps. If you came to my apartment, you might be among those people who walk in and say, "Where's all your stuff?" Ever since I was a kid, when I used to have digs, there would be nothing in my room.
Anyway, that's a teaser. Listen to his podcast or on YouTube.
Does it
and
kind of
it's
does it
hysterical.
kind of slow down from there? Does it kind of slow
He
down?
talks
from
about
there?
it, but he talks about it. But at the very end, he says, and after telling you all this, I have no idea what hot stampers are. It's so
Okay,
funny.
there
It's
you
great.
go.
But it's, I thought it was kind of funny. when
Okay. All right. Now I'm going to criticize Mazzy right now, which is not hard to do, by the way.
I'm going to pile on.
If Mazzy cared that you would hear this podcast, Jim, what would Mazzy really do if he cared that anyone would want to listen to this?
He'd show it on his own show.
No, he would share a link in the chat so other people can
Oh.
access it.
Right.
I'll put a link in the chat.
Yeah, I'm read Dana's. Dana kind of
Dana's comments are okay. His contribution to the vinyl community, I'm still waiting to see it.
yeah. Well, yeah. I don't think he's a contributor so much as a observer. He's,
You know,
he
well, hold on.
says
Oh,
he's
hold
of
on.
it, but not in it. Or
Okay.
in it, but not
Hold
of
on.
it.
So Mazzy missed a humor opportunity big time when he showed that. He should have said after he showed it, that question was sent in by Record Collector News.
There you go. I would have
The guys,
answered
yeah, the
How many
Aussie.
hot stampers do you own, Jim?
25.
And I am very critical of the hot stampers because if you held one in your hands, you would not buy a regular copy of that from a store.
Well, no, here's what I discovered. You know, out of the kindness of his heart, Jim's loaned me 2 hot stampers, and Dr. Robert and Coffee Dave and I listened to both of them. One of them, the Zappa one, I have the exact cut, and we played both of them, and mine sounded exactly the same. So apparently, I accidentally have a hot stamper. And
well,
that's what he does. He goes through 10, 20, 40 copies to
And
find
sells-
that one great one.
he sells VG copies of records for $500.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
the guy-
I'm not the point is people know up front what he's going to charge, and it is silly, but he by listening to all
This
records,
is Rob listening to a record. This is how Rob listens to a record.
he'll tell you what sounds best out of those 100.
Sounds like shit.
You're
That's
not
how
wrong. Hold on. You're not wrong, but hold on.
know.
I have an idea. The guy should change the name of the company from Better Records to Better Records from Kaiser Sose. That's
Yeah.
what it should be.
But
The biggest trick the devil ever played on people is that he told you a VG record sounded like audiophile.
But we did listen to his metal for Pink
So
Floyd
when
metal.
you guys,
I didn't
it's the
think the
same
metal.
as
I
when
didn't
you
think the
guys are
metal
talking
sounded
about-
better.
this version sounds better than that version. You're just fucking full of shit.
Hey, listen, Leprechaun. I don't say that anymore. I go, it's very clean and nice.
Oh no. You're always comparing versions, and you
Can we
got the
get some new
Monarch.
blood up here, Tim? What are you doing, Tim? Are you actually working?
No, dude, those people.
Let's
put their
get Tim
time-
up here to talk about REM. Tim,
I'm
I'm gonna
opposite
send-
you
Why
guys.
can't-
I'm going
why
to send
can't I
Tim the
talk
link
about
just
REM?
in case. I'm going to.
If I find a record and it says Shirley on it, I want that record more. You know what I mean? I
I'm going
want
to send
Shirley's
Tim
old fucking record.
in case Tim, you can take a minute, take 5 minutes to come up and talk about REM.
Record Talk.
Hey,
Dig them out yourself. Don't
hey guys,
buy hot
can I
stampers.
run
Find them.
can I run an
Find them.
idea by you? I'm starting a new audiophile label. It's called Audio Fellatio. Let me know what you think of the name.
Fellatio file. Audio fellatio file.
Fellatio file.
I don't think people should buy hot stampers. I think they should find them.
Yeah,
You probably have.
but
a
you have to
shitload
go
of
through,
them
as you know,
already.
you have to go through 10 or 20 copies to
I've
find
talked
it.
Right.
about this. Okay, I talked about this before. The closest I've ever done to doing that is the current copy I have of Dark Side of the Moon is a 1983 US pressing. By the way, if you go to Discogs, I think in 1983, I guess based on the popularity of The Wall in the movie, there were 11 pressings of Dark Side of the Moon.
That was a big seller, man.
I know.
For a
So
long time.
but the one I had a US original pressing of Dark Side, and I thought the 1983 version sounded better. That one sounded better to me. So that's the one I have.
Well, that's like I just showed recently that album Cry Tough by Niels Lofgren. And it's a fucking amazing sounding copy. And I don't have any other copies, and I'm never going to buy another copy. It's not an expensive record. It just sounds, for some reason, that record, and maybe they're all like that, but I don't know. I would compare that to what my vision of Hot Stamper is. It's just so good, so natural, so has balls to it.
What? Mazzy's coming out with a new audio file label called Audio Balls.
I'm waiting for Angelo Kelly to put out his record in a Hot Stamper version. In fact,
does anyone out there check the polarity of their plugs? First of all, does anyone out there take the ground off of all of their plugs and then check the polarity of
no,
I do.
Never done it. But I did years ago when my friend Coleman came over, my older amp. He came over one day and he's pretty critical listener, and he had a great system.
I have a list of 5 things. They're called true waste of your time. Number 3 is testing the polarity.
No, but what he did is he sat there, and I had my amp plugged into like a power conditioner or whatever, and he goes, "Let's plug your amp directly into the wall, not through where everything else is." And we did, and I swear to God, we both heard an improvement. It was not insignificant.
Of course it did.
It was
so
plug your amp directly and don't put it through where everything else is plugged in.
No, well,
That'll have separate circuits.
Hold on. I want to go back to Jim and this device he has. How often do you use that device?
Only when I move things around. Only when I really, really give a shit.
Okay, and
let me put you, Rob. It doesn't make one bit of difference when you listen to a record like this. Oh, it's a good record. When this is how you listen to a record, it's not going to change the sound.
Well,
that's all I can say.
No, I don't listen to records that way, but that's a good joke.
I think,
by the way, you've just been introduced to Jim's 11th or 12th story.
You know, I hate to say this to Rob,
that's the thing that bugs me about you guys.
I hate to say this, Rob, but I think I'm starting to lean more towards Jim's appreciation of music.
Hold on. You would be funny if it isn't documented that you bash 99% of everything I say. It's all over. There are videos everywhere.
The record of the day you need to buy: Little Feats, the reissue of All Analog Cut 1 by Bernie Grunman, outtakes.
Especially if you have 2 other copies. No, I'm one to talk. Who wants to buy some copies of Freak Out? We're only in it for the money. Who wants? I have too many copies of records.
Okay, if I really want to knock Jim, Jim technically owns 10 records. He just has 40 copies of each
one. This is the thing I learned about myself when I started really digging in and getting around professionals and stuff.
Tape box.
I have a very, very common taste. I don't have good taste in music.
Hey, Paul, this would only be good if there was a potential of us being able to literally physically slap each other in the face.
$33 for 2 LPs, all analog cut by Bernie Grunman on disc 1, outtakes and rarities on disc 2. You can't.
Wow.
Hey,
it's a short sleeve suit. It's still a short sleeve suit.
Hey, by the way, guys, I don't know where it is around here, but if you watch the Jazz Bums, I picked up like that 4-disc classic records, print one side 45 of Cool Struttin', Sonny Clark Cool Struttin'. If I can find it, I'll show it. But the thing about it is Bernie Grubman, if you get one of his records, he puts BG in the dead wax. He wrote his full name
Oh wow.
in that.
I'm having a whatnot later today where I'm selling a hot stamp. This is a hot stamper of my current issue. This is the hot stamper of the current record.
Tomorrow, Wednesday, 4:30 Pacific.
I went
Whatnot with Mazzy and Kimbo live.
I didn't go
Whatnot
through all
tomorrow.
15,000 copies, but I went through 1,500 copies.
Hey,
to
Angelo.
get this one.
Angelo.
Oh shit! I just bent it.
Angelo, it sounds excellent. It really does. I'll say this one thing: what I noticed about the 45 printed on one side, the songs take up the whole side. It's like more than just a normal 45 mastering. It just it's more space.
Breaking news: we're giving Tim 10 minutes. Tim will be up in 10 minutes.
Oh shit! I better straighten up.
I sent him the link.
I got clean things.
What? Wait. Why is he messaging you and not me?
Because I sent him the link. Because I'm Mazzy.
You know what? That should be a new series on your channel. Seriously. I am Mazzy.
No, you got to put in because.
You know, you have to be self-deprecating to do this.
Yeah, but the funny thing is you're not.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's self-deprecating, not.
Yeah,
Missy,
no, seriously. How about this,
Huh?
Mazzy? Here's a pitch for your channel. You have a new series called I Am Mazzy, and all you do in it is things like without any audio, you talking, just make like an espresso.
I make
And then at the end-
espresso. I show Little Feet right, Cooter
No.
Census
Just say,
records.
well, in
I
the
shake a
background-
martini.
In the background, you can play some music, but you just make it
Okay,
espresso.
I'm serious here, and this is probably not the place to reach out to potential advertisers. I want a gin distillery to sponsor one video a week, 4 weeks a month, obviously, and do a paid sponsorship. You'll get I'll click that sponsorship button. You can finance it. Only $1,000 per video. Your gin is featured with the record of the day and the cocktail of the day, and that's sponsorship. So any gin.
Hey,
My first choice.
first of all,
choice
I'm
is
looking for a
Hendrix.
weeds. I'm
there's
looking
no
for a weeds
distillery
sponsor.
people watching the stream.
My first choice is no. I shouldn't say first choice. Hendrix would be good because they collaborate. Maybe the one. What's the one that Ryan Reynolds owns? He owns.
Well, he sold it, I think.
Did he? Air or something? Airborne?
What is it called? Aviation.
Aviation out of Portland, Oregon.
Well, can we be clear, Mazzy? So if in my last count, Mazzy needs sponsorship to go to Den Bosch in April. Mazzy needs sponsorship from a gin company to do
This is, us creators spend a lot of time. It's not just a recording.
I'm looking for a marijuana sponsor.
You know what I will say? Seriously, I don't care. You can call me a shill, whatever. I put out a video yesterday, and those test pressings from Intervention of the Johnny Cash and the Carl Perkins are two of the best fucking sounding records I've heard in a long time.
I got something that they need to read. That guy does a great job.
Yeah,
everything he does.
I have.
Man, he needs to jump on this shit right now. They
I
got to do this. Look, they have to jump on it. Someone.
Hey, by the way, how could you take Jim seriously when he's touting the better records and shows shit like that? Like, now getting back to Mazzy, I have Matthew Sweet Intervention record. It is excellent. It sounds great. So I do like the Intervention.
Yeah, they're great. Coffee sponsors, that's problematic because beans are so different, unique. And Grafeo is not going to sponsor me. That would be my first choice. They're not in that league to sponsor, I don't think.
Sure they are.
Okay.
I like getting on some of that shit.
Only
too.
recently have they been infused with marketing investors.
Here's my plea to the universe. Chock full of nuts. If you want to sponsor someone, I'm here for you, chock full of nuts. Because you make coffee, which I drink all the time, and then you're called chock full of nuts. and that's what I seem to attract.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
pretty
not
good.
looking for record companies because they get us promos and we like what we like, we don't like what we don't like. Record companies won't do it, and I wouldn't want a record company. I'm not a gear reviewer, so even though I might get a piece here and there or something to check out, I'm not a gear person. So I'm not one of those OLED TV reviewers that are loaned big screens for 6 months and review them.
Right. No, I just need some really smart record store owner
Yeah.
to send me the artwork for a business card size ad and a check for $750,
That would
and I'll
work.
run their fucking ad for the year. That would be a smart guy. I'm not shilling or anything, but I just am waiting for some smart record store owner to send me a check for.
Well, hold on, Jim. You're
Huh.
waiting for any record store owner to do that.
You know what? They don't have to be that smart.
No,
They don't even have to be.
No, I pay for my gear, although, I didn't get a big break. I mean, I got a good price and I was able to audition speakers for 2 months before I paid.
I'll be honest.
Hawthorne.
I don't trade for records. I could go into every record store and say, let's do
hold on. How did you get the better records?
Okay, I traded better records. That's it. I traded them, but I trade the shit out of equipment. That's what I trade.
Yeah, the Hawthorne stereo place didn't give me anything, but they allowed me to audition for 2 months without paying, and 2 different sets of speakers. And I made a choice, and they're used speakers, so I'm getting a good price. And he let me pay, a couple of things, and I traded my Bauer and Wilkins in. So I did like that store, and I will promote Hawthorne Stereo in Seattle.
That's a good store.
And great used gear. Go check out their used stuff. They're online.
I'm getting another piece of equipment coming in.
Does anyone understand what Mazzy just did? He did the subtle plug that they asked him to do.
Well, that's how you do it. They didn't ask me to do anything. But that's literally, in terms of YouTubing, I get these things all the time. They're mostly from these Chinese bot companies that say they want,
remember that shitty record player they said?
We will send you this item or buy it from Amazon. We reimburse you if you do a 5-minute video on this. And usually they don't even fucking watch your channels. They see your subscriber amount, but they send me things like tent lights, like for camping and for things that have nothing to do with what I do. So I just ignore them.
Yeah. And, hey, and remember that company sent you a whole box of adult diapers?
No, the only one actually that was
all
great.
Part of your
No, the only one that made sense, Jim, was the Humming Guru Nova, because I bought the first Humming Guru and they reached out to me, and I know Rob did it too through your magazine. And I did get the Humming Guru Nova, and I already knew what it was like, and I like the Humming Guru. So it's really easy to promote something within a video that you like, because I'm not going to say shit about
Sticker Mania. I'm sorry, Tom Port. Yeah, Tom knows his shit. That's for sure.
He knows how to sell shit.
There are the weirdest stuff. I think I've sent friends every once in a while. I get the weirdest, like special dog blankets for your pickup truck type of thing. Back cabin beds, whatever, a dog thing. I'm not going to promote that.
You're an influencer, man. You're an influencer.
Yeah, I know. On the YouTube scale, I'm small compared to the big channels, but I guess in the vinyl world, we're big.
If you took your shirt off, you would get so many more views.
Are you asking Mazzy to take his shirt off?
Hey,
I'm just saying.
I used to go camping all the time in mostly Northern California and the mid coast, and all through California. I used to camp a lot in mostly my teens and my 20s, early 30s.
I had a Volkswagen when I was 18. I had a Volkswagen Westphalia camper. I used to camp the
now.
Shit
What
out.
I would like to do, and I need to put a pitch letter together. I want to borrow for 3 months the new Volkswagen bus, electric bus. Just borrow it. Knowing my old advertising links, I know I could get them to pay. If they would want to do it, so much X amount a month for road trips and do vinyl community road trips using the van as a lifestyle thing. That would be a cool thing. And it's sponsored by Volkswagen, and companies do that shit all the time. That's all those
back in the 70s.
Hold on. Can I just clear the room We have to bring in someone who is
Yeah.
not sponsored by anybody. This is just his own opinion.
He's sponsored by REM
All right.
and Clear
Easy.
Vinyl.
Check,
Hello,
check,
Okay,
Tim.
up A.
check, check.
Cool.
Can we let Tim, and I know it's your show, Rob, but let's get Tim. I want your impression on Steve Westman's live stream and this REM one-step release. Can you feature Tim now, Rob?
I just tried to, and you took over and ruined his introduction.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Perfectly.
Okay, good. I thought that was maybe the best presentation, and Steve shared with me, after they all signed off, Don Dixon and Mitch Easter and Grover, they were all chatting for another half an hour. They both want to come back on his stream for whatever occasion. I thought it was really cool. I think there's a couple, people, I don't know exactly who they were, in commenting, oh, there's static on Mitch Easter. It's like, yeah, fucking deal with it. You're lucky to have that guy on the stream.
I did make the comment that he's a producer and he can't get good sound, so I did that.
Wow.
Hold on. By the way,
Wow.
I didn't mind it. I didn't mind
hold on.
That's
Can I say? Can I
man.
say something? By the way, Tim, very reserved dude. If you watch Tim in that chat, he was giddy. Like you could hear him go as he typed everything he said.
No, it was really cool.
Dude, you were fanboying like I've never seen anyone fanboy.
Oh, really? Wow.
I've heard Mitch Easter on and Don Dixon actually on that Carol Pop podcast.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good podcast. This guy's an old music journalist from Chicago, and he gets some really interesting guests. But no, I thought it was great, and I was over the moon late last week. Westman texted me and said, "Hey, I need your address. Tom Beery likes your channel. He's going to send you the test pressings." It's like, oh man. So, I've posted these on my Instagram.
Yeah.
But they're fresh from RTI. I'm going to be online. I'm buying one of these tomorrow. I think it's a really cool package.
They're 33s, right? They're 33s, correct?
That's one of the things I love. They're 33 RPM one steps.
Right.
Chronic Town, I don't know how that would work, broken up 45 RPM.
But Chronic Town, they could do what they did with the intervention rockabilly stuff. They could make that a 45, but it's still one side. It would fit on one side, Tim. They could have done that if they wanted to do a 45. It wouldn't.
No, wait. Tim. Those are the one-step test pressings.
They are the one-step test pressings. I know Fremer has these. He played them at that Capitol Audio. But yeah, I mean, really cool. Fresh from RTI. And I know these records intimately. I've got the translucent. I don't have the gargoyle. Yeah, it was funny what Mitch Easter did say, Yeah, it sounds like the record. I emailed, so a little backstory. Probably over a year ago, I did a video on the best Chris Bellman pressings, in my humble opinion. And Chris Bellman emailed me, said, "Hey, I really appreciate the props. Cool channel, blah, blah, blah." Anyway, I emailed him over the weekend because I was listening to this. I don't want to jump around here, but he was awesome. He replied right away. Thanks Tim. More good stuff on the way, just nonchalant.
Well, hold on, Tim.
Yeah.
There is more good things on the way from Chris Bellman.
Sure.
The new Angelo Kelly record.
Exactly. I'm looking forward to that for sure.
And just so everyone knows, I listened to it because he made a lacquer of some songs from the album. It sounds really good. But when it's hard to listen to an Angelo Kelly record when he's next to you going like this.
Yeah, I think Chris Bellman, if you've got a rock record or a pop record, he's near the top of the list. So anyway, I'm definitely buying one of those tomorrow, I hope. I mean, I was like thinking about it. Maybe I'm a little too close to the band and my love of those records. 3,000? Really?
I think it'll sell out. I don't think it'll sell out the first day,
Okay.
Yeah.
but it's going to sell out. I believe.
Yeah.
Tim, if you could picture me holding a gun to your head, do you honestly believe that well, you have it. You could do a comparison to the translucent copies.
I don't have time this week to put anything out on a video. I think I'll try to do it over the weekend. I think it'll probably be a moot point. I think it's going to sell out. But here's the thing. Here's the thing.
But you played it, right? Did it all you?
Yeah, it did. I thought it was fantastic. I thought, okay, here we go with. I thought it was a little more revealing. It was dead quiet, perfect pressing. You're going to spend, if you want a gargoyle of this, you're going to spend at least $50 out in the wild. Hopefully it's clean. Murmur is $35-$40. So then you get a bespoke package. And I really like what I don't know if he likes Grover or Tom Beer. I really kind of like what he likes.
Well, Jim knows him. I think he likes Grover.
And is there a rumor that he's going to be doing a Beck title?
Yes.
I saw that in the Hoffman.
Isn't it Morning? No, not Morning Phase.
I think it's Morning Phase, which is a
fantastic
song.
The one that everyone's waiting for is Vultures. Or Information, but Midnight Vultures. But Beck needs to put that out as a regular version. But Midnight Vultures.
Isn't there a rumor that Beck's putting out a new album too?
Yeah, I'm sure. But Midnight Vultures and Information are long overdue, and they're expensive records as hell.
I'll just tell you, these Rhino Reserves. Yeah, these are some of the best deals running out there.
Well,
I bought what was it, $32.98.
So you're a company man now.
Oh, hold on,
$32.98 on all three of these.
Hold on,
is that no? That's record.
No, I was able to. There was a store that someone must have handed this in.
Wow,
and they sold it. I did listen to this. It sounds very good. I have an OG Monarch pressing, but nice. This is coming out for Record Store Day.
I've been looking for a clean copy of that for about 3 years, and
you should be fine getting this for.
I'm getting that. Yeah, that's on my list.
Okay.
Well, the problem is, Raji, you're right, but the problem is the artist and the label won't reissue those records. They won't grant the license. Everyone says they should do this, they should do that, but the artists and labels a lot of times won't grant licenses. I mean, I tell you, Grover did talk last night about it was great that the artists and the production and the label, everyone, it came in sync. They granted him to do this. And that's what it takes. I mean, we can, cry all day about the records that Chad's not putting out or Rhino's not putting out or Universal. But if they're not going to grant the license, and even if they own the license,
well, who owns
the
REM catalog?
Well, IRS is part of Universal.
Did they sell the rights?
Warner Brothers. Well, there's two different labels.
I'll let Tim answer.
Isn't it Concord, I think?
Yeah, Kraft.
Yeah.
But they haven't sold
all the records, only the Ladler records, I think, right?
I'm not. I don't know.
No. The fact that Warner's is putting out the IRS means, I guess, they don't have to.
I don't. Yeah, there's two different. Yeah.
Why did Al get quiet?
I don't know.
My mouth.
Are you a fan? Are you a fan of Let's Active at all?
Yeah, I have. I
Yeah.
think two of their records.
Yeah,
This is a fun record too.
They're okay records. They're not great. Oh, I don't have
Yeah.
that record.
Yeah, this has got the Praying Mantis, the big single on it. And look at the back photo. I actually I thought Steve was going to show it. It's hilarious. Look at Don Dixon in that photo.
yeah, but that's I'll tell you something. It looks like he hasn't aged in 30 years. Don Dixon.
He's a cool dude.
That was a look back then, man.
Pardon?
That was a look we went for back in the day.
Yeah.
Hey,
Ponytail.
wait,
But
but here's
mullet.
I had a skullet. It's called a skullet.
Hey, off the top of your head, and I only watched about 40 minutes last night.
Okay.
Did they talk about other albums that Mitch Easter did in his house studio that are renowned now today?
Not really. No, not really. They kind of kept it on point.
Because I'm curious, if they come on again, I would like them to talk about other bands that they produced. Because
yeah, that'd be cool.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Tim. Mitch Easter and Don Dixon used their association with REM to their benefit, right?
Well, Don Dixon did the first two Smithereens albums.
Yeah.
So, hell yeah. Mitch Easter just did, there's this kind of like little super group with Peter Buck and
yeah. No, I think you're meaning the
baseball project.
Mitch Easter did their new record.
Tim.
Yeah.
Do you have any of the baseball project records?
I don't.
I do.
You know who put those out? Omnivore. So I'll hook you up with Brad.
Okay, cool.
Those are good. I love that shit.
But no, there's another one. Mike Mills and Darius Rucker have a super group now.
Yep. Howell
baseball?
Yeah.
No, they're playing REM stuff.
Dan B, I can only hope that they'll wake
Chin
up and
music,
say
baby.
Scooble.
Chin music.
Rob, these are on Yep Rock.
That's a good label.
That is original. Yeah. They did reissues. They just put out a baseball project.
I have the OGs.
This 2011 and 2014. I've seen them like
he didn't send it to you, Mazzy?
I've seen them 3 times. They're kind of they mix up. They have the guy from Steve Wynn, obviously from Dream Syndicate, and they have the old drummer, the original woman drummer from Dream Syndicate, and
he's the main guy that Dream
Mike
Syndicate.
Mills, Peter Buck. Is it McConaughey? What's his name?
Scott McCoy. Yeah.
Scott McCoy.
Yeah. Very fun.
But they're good, and they do these themes, baseball themes, and
yeah, cool stuff.
It is cool stuff. Yep.
That's
yep.
another.
Great
Scott
stuff.
McCoy was on that podcast as well recently. Carol Pop.
Why does Yep Rock suck? I think they do kind of rootsy stuff, rock and roll stuff. Didn't they do some John Hyatt stuff? And they do.
Here's another baseball project.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the one that that's the Omnivore. That's what Omnivore put out.
Yeah, Concert Buddy. They're going to do another album tour, and the first show's in Denver in February. I need to get tickets. That Michael Shannon and Jason Narducci REM thing. It's pretty cool.
I did pick up another copy of this Bob James record.
I'm the one who shoved that down your throat.
Wow.
I have 2 of them though.
Now it looks like it's a companion piece to the Jane Fonda Jazzercise album.
You know what? If you ever want to throw up in your mouth, watch Jim Jazzercise.
Oh man.
Yeah, Linda Pittman, the drummer.
Also, this needs to get reissued. Someone definitely. This is I don't know what's in the dead wax, but someone needs to reissue this. Howdy Doody.
Yeah.
It's how to become
That's
a
going to be the
ventriloquist.
next record store day pick.
How many people in the chat have lost respect for Jim for showing that record?
This has very simple, easy to follow, fun to do ventriloquist lessons.
Okay,
Thank you.
hold on. Let's see how much brain power Jim's working on right now. That record you just showed, Jim. Can you truly connect it to this stream?
How can I?
Yes.
Oh, there's no, only because it's on vinyl. It's a
Okay.
record.
As a youth, did you watch the Howdy Doody show?
A little bit, yeah.
I did.
What did he refer to the kids as?
Peanut
The
gallery.
peanut gallery.
Okay, can you connect that to the stream?
Well, when I think of this stream, I think of I drank too much coffee. I got to take a leak. How's my stream going to be?
Tim, they did hint last night about continuing on, obviously, with the next record. If this, he didn't want to commit yet, but I bet you if this does sell as well as they hope it does, and we think it will, they'll continue on.
Yeah, he said that they're already talking about, early days about reckoning. So yeah.
No. But so my question, Tim.
Yeah, Angelo Kelly, can I interrupt here? Those are Klipsch Cornwall 2s. They're not Tannoy, just so you know.
Nice.
Hey, question.
Yes.
How have they sold? How has the?
They haven't sold yet.
Yeah, they did Linkin Park. They've already.
Oh, I thought you meant their REM record. Yeah.
No.
Well,
Are you? Well, I get it mixed up with there's Because Sound Matters, and then there's this definitive sound.
he does. Grover does both. I think.
That's what's confusing.
Yeah.
And he also does slow down sounds.
Wasn't he behind that Tom Petty Wildflowers thing as well, or
I
no?
don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
Well, yeah, he was the one that Warner Brothers put, just the recent one.
That Warner Brothers is doing these one steps.
Yeah. Well, some of them. This is Intervention. No, the REM is It's not Intervention. Is
Interscope.
Interscope.
Yeah, but
Interscope did the Dr. Dre, which apparently
Linkin Park. I thought the Linkin Park.
Interscope did the Dr. Dre, which was selling well, but apparently there's some shipping issues. Some people haven't got them from third parties, like I guess Acoustic Sounds hasn't gotten theirs yet or something. I know some people have been waiting for, I don't know what the holdup is for the Dre.
Here's another one they need to reissue right now.
Man. Okay. Can I ask a question, Jim?
Yes.
Will that Danny Bonaducci record sound better on any other system or your highly tuned system?
Oh, no, I need to. As soon as I get done with this, I'm going to check the polarity on all my plugs. I just replaced the battery.
Tim,
and once we get it dialed in, that motherfucker will make you.
Have you checked the polarity on your plugs recently?
I have not. I'm still confused over the XTC record where they were saying that the polarity was reversed.
Have you ever noticed it? I haven't.
Hell no. I
haven't.
Okay, it's not just me. I remember that when they released the record with the beaver or with the
Skylarking
the pubic cover. Skylight, exactly. The whole big marketing for that, or part of it was it's finally in the real polarity switch, and I couldn't tell the fucking difference.
Here's some LA. How about Gypsy Boots, man?
All right, can you please stop showing shitty records?
Here's a good listen. I listened to just for the hell of it. Last night after that stream, Love and Theft. Whew.
That's a good record.
What a record.
That's a good record.
And his voice was at probably its worst, but he just leaned into it.
Yeah.
And wow.
But Tim, they lied.
Who lied?
They lied. MoFi lied.
Oh God. I mean,
what year did that MoFi come out?
Well, this is a 2001 record. It came out on September 11th, 2001. I was working in Munich, and I saw 2 shows in the fall on that tour. Almost after the album dropped, it was awesome.
Yeah, that's a good.
And yeah, double 45. What are you gonna do?
I
love those. I like those MoFi double 45 Dylan records.
You know, the
They're
Dylan,
good.
and I will stand by still. Almost every Dylan and Miles Davis MoFi best the originals, except for was it Kind of Blue maybe? That doesn't. It's terrible for the MoFi. But I tell you, they're great, and it's not just because Joe Harley says, as he would say, the Miles MoFi crush any other version.
I have a hot stamper of. I do.
Of course you do.
Oh, Kind of Blue.
He does. And hold on.
And it's not an original. It's not an OG. It's a Columbia.
Hold on.
A non-sweet
what pressing would you think the hot stamper of Kind of Blue came from? Like, what was it? A reissue? Was it original? What do you think?
You're talking about a 70s, probably.
Tim.
Who are you asking?
I'm asking Tim, just off the top of your head, what you would think.
How about an early 70s? Columbia.
That's the one that Jim
like
has.
a 360.
I think it's like a 73. I looked at it and looked it up. It was like a 1973 pressing.
Cool.
Sounds pretty fucking good. I have some Tom Waits hot stampers. I didn't get
the Asylum stuff, right?
All kinds of shit. Whatever he had, I would get it.
Is he still a going concern? Is that still? Wow.
I think Tom may have semi-retired and be living out of state now, but
okay,
they're still cooking. They've got their customer base. And
what happened? I have a question. You know, a couple years ago, all those a handful of Tom Waits records that everyone's been clamoring for, the later kind of reissued, and they were terrible, from my opinion. They were horrible, and it was apparently approved by Tom and his wife, who oversee the stuff. But what went wrong with those? Because I bought those and I got rid of them, and I don't really get rid of records very often. But because I don't have originals of both of those two. I forgot which two they are now. Is it Sword Trombones or
Swordfish Trombone? What about it?
But the
reissues are shitty.
It's amazing that these artists really don't give a shit about that's my point that when we started here about these producers and people from 40, 30, 50 years ago don't really give a shit and kind of smirk a little bit of people are paying $100 or $60 for one of their records that you could get for $4.
Hey, Dan B, if you're coming here to demand a moment of silence, it's never ever going to happen.
Yeah. Anyway, it's sad that those records.
If you're bitching about these two records, you're out of your mind. These are great records.
Are those the reissues?
No.
No, the music's great. The originals are good. I've heard the originals. No. I don't have them though. But the reissues were terrible.
Yeah, I have originals.
Kind of like with Waxed with those Jellyfish reissues. They were terrible, that universe, and those were all analog.
I've never slabbed a record.
You know what? It's got to be hard to do reissues because, first of all, you don't have the same materials. You don't have the same equipment. You don't have the same materials. All you have is the electronics.
What are you talking about? Isn't it generally thought that the current reissues are better sounding than the originals?
Not always, no.
No, they're different. Like, I don't think the Tone Poets are better or the classic.
Well, I don't think it says the Tone Poets are better.
Well, but they're different because they sound more like apparently the tapes.
I think they sound like modern. I think they sound like the way modern records sound, and that's what people like.
I think Ken McAuliffe is on record as being he'll pimp them and talk about them, but he still has a bias towards the OG.
I don't have a problem with Tone Poets. I just think they sound different.
They do sound different, and that's intentional. They sound like the tapes more than the originals.
Well,
the originals had a cut off.
Why would that be?
Had a cut bass off the originals, off the tape.
Oh, so that's not what I hear. What I hear is
Rudy even said that. That's why Rudy liked CDs better and digital better.
Okay, But I personally, maybe it's because I'm used to it. I like, the Beatles with the left and the right channels in stereo because that's what I'm used to. But to me, it just sounds like modern stuff.
Well,
A little brighter, a
modern
little
stuff
fresher.
sounds like if you had heard the tapes back then and they were able to cut those blue notes like the tapes, they would be closer to Tone Poets. Maybe not exactly, but they'd be closer. But for 50, 60 years, everyone's used to originals, and I get that.
Yeah. And I just think also the equipment that they're using to make this shit is different. They're not using the same machines.
Hey, by the way, Record Safari, is this throwback? Does anyone know about the record stores in Dusseldorf? Because
I am here from Dusseldorf, and that is why they call me Orf.
He's gone into Throwback Records. Does anyone know of this place?
No.
Is that in Dusseldorf?
Yes.
Wow.
How do you shop in a place like that?
Is that Michael's store?
I don't think. I would hope not.
I was wondering about him. I haven't seen him post lately, and I thought for sure he'd do something from that Den Bosch, and don't know where he is.
He used to do, the last few times he's done tables
hey.
there, but I didn't see anyone show him at any of the tables. But
does anyone know why he's gone missing? There's someone in the chat I think might have something to do with it.
Oh, really?
He's sick. Is that true? Alex Dickey 320.
Oh,
Are you even the real Alex Dickey?
I think he is the real Alex Dickey.
Wow. Haven't seen Alex in a while.
I know.
This stream needs Alex Dickey.
Alex, come on up, man.
I still can't get that moonwalk out of my head.
Does Alex Dickey want to make a comeback to the vinyl community?
We need a wrap up from Michael for Mike Ingroove on.
Hey, hold on. I could tell you this. I think maybe 45 is making a turn to the Funko Pops as that company is going bankrupt and probably closing down. There's a Funko Pop store in Dusseldorf.
Wow.
Are they really in bad shape?
Yeah.
Wow, they're right up here. They're Kimbo and I. That's a good album.
Good record. Yeah. Ooh,
nice.
UK Island. Pink.
No. That's a reissued. So analog
that's
production.
Chad's first record.
Oh, I have that.
Wow.
I have that one. That's a good one.
That's the first quality analog productions thing.
QRP. Yeah. I have
very good. He does good work.
Marcus, you should know better that I don't make promises to be nice to anybody. What's up, Nick Rudeau?
I met Nick. Nick was in town a week ago, and we hung out for an afternoon or a morning or midday, I guess. So, Tim, are you an hour ahead of us where you live?
Yeah, I'm in Mountain Time, so it's 9:38 here. I've got about 10 minutes here. I've got a burning up text from a client of mine. It's a pain in the ass.
He's probably watching the stream now.
Pardon me?
I'm telling you, that's the Tim I know in text form.
My customers just write me letters and send me a check.
Sometimes they don't even do that.
No.
What else is on the agenda here today?
We just take it as it comes.
Tuesday, November 18th. Wow.
I will say next Thursday when is Thanksgiving? It's next Thursday, right?
2 weeks from Thursday, right? Yeah.
I got one more gravy train thing to show. Something I wouldn't have bought. But it came with a nice little card. Look at that. How sweet is that, right?
That isn't sweet. They just write your name with a star.
It's a Zoetrope.
Oh, no. Wow.
You know, as much as I hate picture discs, I kind of like the look of Zoetropes because it looks psychedelic. I do have the George Harrison Zoetropes, I will admit that. And there was a Lennon one, I think. But they sent me this from the UK. It's a 12-inch. It has Happy Christmas, War is Over. Listen, the Snow is Falling, which is an excellent Yoko holiday song, Christmas song. It's got, and then at side B is the original score. War is Over was that animated short film based on the war that won an Academy Award for short, 2 years ago?
My friend,
That's what we saw.
hold on. My friend produced that and won an Oscar for it.
Yeah, well, this on B is a couple of tracks from the score, so I'll never listen to it, but I think these are cool. Do I buy them? And the thing is, as much as people will bitch about these at record store day, the record companies wouldn't make these if people weren't buying them. Of course, I'm not buying them, but you know, for a Beatle collector, it's cool that I got a copy. So, and especially with a little, you know, it basically says, Massey, you know what you did. Love the record. Sean Ono Lennon.
Wow.
Or it says Jenny something. I don't know who that is.
Sean Ono Lennon's assistant.
Yeah, Jenny Lennon? Wait.
Jenny is an intern at the company.
Right.
Why does it say Jenny Lennon?
Oops.
Oh, no, that's
Actually, it's an auto pen.
Oh, it is. It's Sean Lennon auto pen.
Right.
Biden's fault.
Well,
that's
kitten.
Hey, a good question, Mazzy.
Yeah.
Which Richard doesn't typically ask good questions.
I do not sell my promos in my whatnot unless maybe a year later, if I have any and they're sitting around and I don't want them, I might by then, but it's kind of not cool to send promos. Although the idea, all those 70s records you buy with promo, the gold, once they started changing to the gold stamp that says loaned for use only, it's because record promo people were selling them to use record stores, or people were selling their promos and they didn't like that. Now, they tell you they could come and take them away. Of course, they never did that. Yeah, I think it'd be tacky for me
Listen, these reviewers got paid such shit money.
Yeah.
Trading in records was like part of their income.
What's his name? What's the big famous guy who was in portrayed in the movie?
Oh yeah,
the groupie movie.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Lester Bangs.
Famous.
Lester Bangs was infamous for selling promos, and he made more money selling promos than he got paid writing reviews. And there
are record stores here in LA that get promos that they have to sit on. They can't sell yet.
Well, people used to go from the labels. The label promo guys would go into a used record store. They couldn't sell it obviously to a tower but they bring a box of a whole box, 25 promos in of stamped promos. And when I got laid off by ABC before MCA rehired me, and this is where a little nod to Tim here. I probably had 2 to 3 full boxes of the first stamped promos of Asia. And I know, and the double RL, the best of, the
greatest
double,
hits,
greatest hits. I had boxes of those, and they were pristine. And I don't know, no one looked at the stampers, AAB, whatever. But I bet you if they were from the first promo things of those, they were pretty damn good, and they were like pristine.
Hey Jim, I got some news, Jim.
Oh, what does it say? They will stay open.
They're in 2028. So if anyone comes to LA, it's parking sucks around there, but Langer's.
Let's go to Langer's. We should have taken Angela to Langer's.
Isn't that the deli?
Yes. Best pastrami I've ever had.
Number 19.
Number 19.
There's been a lot of online chatter about this Beatles Anthology 4 on Reddit. It keeps popping up.
People have gotten copies of it already?
They're complaining or something, or
they're bad pressing quality.
Which title?
Anthology 4.
Uh-oh.
Dave Weekly is wondering about it. Anyway.
Guys, what are your plans for my plan is to not get it because I don't have the other 3.
Same here.
I bought the mono box. I don't need to hear.
I have the first 3 records, and I've so far in the last 10 years, I've listened to it not once.
As a Beatle fan, I order the box. I don't get Beatles stuff free. I get Lennon Estate.
Wait, you ordered the 4th version or the whole box?
The whole box, because they're different. They're remixed. I mean, it's not exactly the same. So it's kind of like any band. If that's your thing, that's your thing. So,
I do that with Zappa.
I don't think, Universal hasn't. They've never sent me any Beatles stuff. So,
Did you see Harry was held hostage by the guy in Japan in his car? Or no, that was a different one.
Brian. Well, Harry, you're in Korea right now, yes?
Is Harry here?
Yeah.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, Harry's in the chat. Harry, how many records have you bought on your trip? And anything worth noting?
Harry, did you bring any of that ED drug, mycoxaflopin, with you on your cruise?
Hey, Jim, I have to send you a link. There's a dude on TikTok who has dinner with his elderly mother and tells her like the most dirtiest jokes, and to see her reaction. And my cox is flopping is one of the jokes.
And he probably has a million followers. Right?
Like one of the ones he tells is like, what do you call like a black astronaut? An astronaut, you fucking racist.
That's good.
Yes,
I like that.
Alex Dickey has gone MIA again. He'll pop up at some point.
I don't know if it's really Alex Dickey. I guess he is. He's dipping his toe back into letting people know he hasn't been swallowed up by a sinkhole.
So Tim, I know you got to leave in a couple minutes, but is there anything you're interested for Record Store Day, the Black Friday this time at all?
Well, yeah, the Curtis Mayfield, and I had a couple other things. I'm drawing a blank, but I'll go check it out. Yeah,
I'm interested. Well, here's the thing about Record Store Day, at least in LA. 2 of the big stores here do not participate, but they put out. Well, one store gives the one discount they do a year, like 10% off. The other one, like Record Safari, hoards records for Record Store Day to put out good stuff, and they usually do a 25% off for everything that day. So there are places to go, and like again, I have no problem at any opportunity bashing Too Many Records, but his nonsense videos complaining about Record Store Day and demanding to collaborate with them, if he was so confident in what his ability to connect with buyers, he should do stuff like Record Safari does. In other stores that do not participate, they still make it a day for them, and people show up and buy records from them. So whatever.
Is there going to be is there going to be an Angelo Kelly Zoetrope next Record Store Day version?
There's going to be a shirtless picture disc of his new record.
Wow.
I think these are for my next auction.
What auction? Dude.
Was that Ronald and Nancy Reagan? What the hell?
Trust me. Jim has more shitty records than that.
I think Jim has record Tourette's today.
This is my neighbor when I was a kid growing up. The guy, he was my neighbor. He had 2 kids, and that guy sang on Lawrence Welk every Friday night.
Hey, hold on. I have it on good authority in the gatefold of Angelo Kelly's new record is his recipe for Irish stew.
Here's something we might want to get into. This is Pat Collins, the hypnotist, her record.
Oh, wait. Is that the same Pat Collins who segued into being an entertainment reporter? No, I'm being serious.
Maybe.
She started off as being like a psychic or something, but then she became like
she was a hypnotist. This on the back, this little shit on the back was written by Ed Begley, not
no.
Junior,
Now, seriously, Jim.
Yeah.
how did all these shitty records fall into your possession? Did you trade ads for them?
No, I was looking for them. I was looking for them. I kind
No
of
one looked for a Pat Collins record. In fact, that's the first time I've ever seen one.
There was a reason why. Yeah, I think there was some sort of a vinyl community thing of the worst shit you've ever seen, and I got this Pat Collins. And that's where I think I discovered my love for Mac Davis with the foot in the mouth.
Let me ask you guys some advice. Okay. Tim's got to leave me.
We get to give
That's
advice.
I'm
good.
On
I'm
this
good.
question, I probably shouldn't even ask it in public. I'd like to make previews of some record store day stuff I get, right? And I want to listen to everything before. I really should listen. I'm not like, as Michael Fremery would say, these YouTube record holder uppers that all they do is I bought this, and they don't talk about the music. Well, there's things I like better. Now, should I just not show something that I really don't love and skip them? Or should I go through it and say, I love this. This is a piece of shit. And I not maybe use those words.
I have the best advice for you, man.
I mean, now, again, I am honest about this. I know
Without joke, Mazzy, I'm not even close to joking. I have the best piece of advice.
What would you do? That's my question.
It's not what I would do. It would be what I think would work for you. How often do you really make shorts?
I don't.
Okay.
You make,
okay.
Wait,
oh, let me
making your shorts. What?
Let me just finish talking, Joe. Mazzy, I suggest, because you can get away with playing the music on the shorts without getting any dings. I seriously think all the Gravy Train records you get, you should show it and play the music. And therefore, you made a short, and I think that would work for you.
Sure. I know I like to editorialize and talk about the music myself. So
but again, I think a lot of people in the peanut gallery will agree. A chance to not hear your voice.
Exactly. Bingo. Thank you, Rob.
That's fair enough. Because if I don't like something, it's funny, despite what some Hoffmanites, I don't say I love a record if I don't love a record. I never have said that. But obviously there's things you can talk around. There are some benefits. As I said earlier, I haven't listened to all these yet, but I was disappointed with this. But then, and I listened to my original. My original is thin as hell. My original is worse than this. So this is better. But I'm thinking, and I'm going to say this in the video because I need to talk about these records. I haven't listened to the other three yet. But I'm thinking that this just might be a bad mix. And whoever the guy that mastered these did not help it.
When was the last time that was redone?
Well, there was a Capitol put out a box set, I don't know, 6-7 years ago, and it was all digital cuts. So this is from the tapes. I love the music on this record. And when I had a decent stereo in the 70s when this came out, I love this record. The songs are great. I mean,
I pulled out my copy of that the other day, and it's like, I was like, I've got an OG, and it's like, this is like,
but the songs are great. But it's just,
good music.
I think it needs a remix, and that's I think what I want to talk about on this. Yeah, Arcadian Driftwood. I mean, this is all. I'd say maybe 2 weak songs on this whole album, and this was 1975. This is the year before they ended Last Waltz. Islands came out after, but that's probably their weakest album. But this didn't get as much love. But this is a really good record.
So do you think the vinyl file whole package is on par with Rhino Hi-Fi?
No.
Really?
No, because the jackets aren't like tip-on and stuff.
I don't. I'll do a video. Here's my thing. And the thing is, they sent me these four, so I'm not gonna just sugarcoat it. They're heavy stocks, but it's no different. They kind of emulate the original. So this is just regular the cardboard thing. It's nicely done. You have a second insert with like with the tape box, all that stuff. So it's similar like that. And I don't know enough. I shouldn't have to know enough about the mastering engineer. The guy, I don't know his name, or I forgot his name, who did these. Just because I've never heard of him doesn't mean he's not good. So it'll be interesting after I hear the other three if I think there's a weakness in the mastering. And obviously, if my original is not a great sounding record, they're starting with something that's substandard already. Velvet Underground, obviously, it's a record of, it sounds how it sounds. And we love it because of that lo-fi thing. And I haven't listened to it yet. I have a 72, not original, but 72 perfect condition stereo. I have the Kevin Gray digital Sundays mono. So I expect that to sound a certain way. This one, I thought I was waiting for this amazing openness and dynamics, and it just wasn't there.
Here's the deal. Do we know who's in charge of this vinyl file series?
Well,
why are they picking records that aren't known to be good sounding records?
Oh, Joe Nino Hernes of Sterling.
He's the guy who mastered it.
Yeah,
he's not the guy who's
running. I don't know any one person. That's a good question, because we know Patrick Milligan and Jeffrey Jones do the Rhino. We know Joe Harley curates. So that it would be a good question for me to ask.
I mean, that's the question. It doesn't. I have no problem of a record being reissued. That's not easy to get, and also a record that typically, when you find it, it's not in the great condition.
Well,
for me, that's a reason to reissue a record.
Here we go. If
you're coming out with a high audiophile record label, maybe reissue the records that deserve to be, that are audiophile. Nothing against the Velvet Underground. That's a desirable record, but it's not going to be a great sounding record, right?
I have the answer. Now I think these people should come up on Westman's show. Like,
why not this show?
Frank Kalura is the producer.
Sounds like a mob guy. Is he in the mob?
The project management is Elon Wertman. So I assume those are the two people. Production managers, that's different.
I have a business problem. I need some advice.
The publicity guy I know. That's the guy we met at the Lennon thing.
Okay, I can already help you, Jim. No one wants any crotchless chaps. Okay.
Assless.
Maybe
I think I'm gonna. We know the publicity guy, Tim, who we met at the Lennon presentation in Los Angeles, and he's the one that reached out, that sent me, and I could send to him. And publicity guy, they got to walk a fine line, because they're trying to get the stuff out there. They sent these to Ken and I assume Fremer and all the other people.
Mazzy, I'm holding a gun to your head, because that Velvet Underground is MGM. What label was that?
Originally, it was Verve.
Verve, yeah.
Okay.
MGM Verve.
Okay. There are other. I'm almost 100% certain there are at least 100 other titles that are considered could be audiophile than that Velvet Underground or the band. I mean, it doesn't take a lot of effort.
That's what I like about this series is they're not just going for, no offense, Tim, Steely Dan Asia type sounding records. They're going, and I like Asia. I like Steely Dan, but they're going for just good music records, music first, and trying to make them sound better. They don't have to be like that perfect audio.
But Mazzy, why not just reissue the record because people want it in a good quality?
Well, they have. You can buy these band records.
Right. So, yeah, Tim, show it to these people.
So that's the special one you just showed.
No, I have it too. I have one right here.
I have it too.
No, I have it handy on me.
No, this is a brand. This is I'm kind of repeating myself. I showed this the other day. Anyway, pristine copy. Look at the sheen, and that's what you want, ladies and gentlemen. Where is it? Oh yeah, a lot of these you'll see the catalog number there. This does not have it, but then you want to see it over here, AB 1006, right on that bottom corner.
No, anyway, I got the one.
Great, $25 out the door.
What, this right here?
They're hard to find. Yeah. Whoa. See, I've got AB 1006. You've got AA. Oh, there we go.
Is
Now,
there
that-
is there a
that,
way to clear it up?
unfortunately-
Is there an ointment I could do? What
This
does
is
that
my
mean?
$3.99 copy of Steely Dan Asia.
All right,
original master
I'm glad
recording.
that that's the price that you paid for that, because it's you
It's
know,
the original master recording.
yeah, it has some checkered reviews out there online. Just so
So
you know.
Tim, what's the deal with this one then?
AA 1006 is the second pressing of the record. AB is the first. Now, between you and I and everybody watching, it's hard to tell the difference,
Yeah, but
but
this one
the
has
psychological thing.
Yeah, but this one has the B scratched out. What does that
Okay,
mean?
well then that's the first press. Yes.
Okay.
That's the one
okay.
you want.
My only thing about this was I couldn't believe it's hard. This thing is so shiny, you know. You don't find the cover in that kind of pristine condition, and the spine very often. For $25, it had to come home.
I paid a lot less for this one, but thank you. Real quick before we leave, because we've kind of gone over time, Leland sent me this company is auctioning off slabbed. These are slabbed records. I just want to hear each other. There's 4 or 5. I want to just hear people's opinions on the pricing and everything.
Oh wow! Oh,
Why
man.
is that $6,000?
It's slabbed.
So
I'm not
Oh, there you
selling them.
go.
Calm
Who's
down,
selling those for that?
Morton.
who's selling those for that?
This auction house. What is
Oh,
it?
God.
So, is there a way to remove the record if you want to listen to it? If
Yeah,
it's
I'm
been
sure you
played?
could pry it open. There's the Marshall
It's
Mather.
not like a
Hey.
turnkey opening. Oh, give
Does
me
this record go for anything?
Huh.
Hold on, next one. This is one. This is Mazzy has 5 of these.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
You know,
what's
Hey,
the
Tim.
price on Hotel California?
They're 2 hotel. This one's 2806. That looks like a test pressing of Bob Marley. And then here's another hotel for 4270.
that's
Let me
the other
slab
one.
this.
The other one's a steal. Okay, one last thing about these vinyl file things. Okay, you like Rhino, you got the barcode there, right? Which is great. So you supposedly have a perfect cover. Why put the barcode again on the fucking cover then?
So all the sex offenders who buy that record will know that it's
Yeah,
not an
anyway.
original.
The marketing guy that you met behind Vinyl File, has he admitted that it was his? Did he come up with Vinyl File, or was
No,
that
I haven't asked. Oh, I'm sure he
was
did.
that a think tank decision? Or
You
I
know
will-
what? Hold on. Here's the problem, Tim. When they focus grouped that title, it was to a room full of 10 creepy middle-aged men.
a room full of seasoned Vinyl Files? Yes.
Yes. They picked them up. Hey, I heard that they recruited all of them from a bus station.
Okay. See you guys later.
All right, everyone. Have a good day. See you
Bye.
on
Thanks for
Thursday.
coming
everybody.
up, Tim. Nice to see
Thank-
you.
thanks,
Yeah,
Tim.
happy to be on.
Take care, Tim.
Take
Dude,
care, man.
Thursday-
Good to see you
Thursday.
guys.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Come back Thursday. See you all later.
Bye bye.